In this video, we're going to cover every confirmed Xbox Game Pass game coming to us awesome Xbox players in 2023 and beyond. Before that though, here's a message from today's sponsor. So have you guys ever thought about creating insane virtual worlds without experience in coding? Well, with the power of Yahaha Studio, you can make those dreams come alive by using Yahaha's intuitive features and assets and components to make your vision come true. But what's also amazing is you have full-on multiplayer experiences and immersive events in Yahaha itself. And heck, if you don't even want to create games, you can create your own visual 3D experience by adding YouTube in your virtual world. Check out Yahaha's Twitch live streams and YouTube pages for help and building skills and some awesome fun community sessions. Put the power of creation in your hands all by simply clicking the link below or scan the QR code and check out Yahaha free today. And we'll start this off with a game. If demons are more your speed, Wulong Fallen Dynasty might just be the perfect game for you. With a loyal sword and some Chinese martial arts, you are off to hunting deadly creatures in the ancient Han Dynasty. Rid the three kingdoms from the forces of darkness and rewrite history when the game drops on the 3rd of March 2023. In Soul Hackers 2, you play as Ringo on a mission to save the world. This latest JRPG adventure lets you recruit demons in a well-told story full of danger, mystery, and friendship. So we go into the world of F1 racing with F1 22, a full-on career mode and some hardcore racing that puts you in the action of an F1 driver, taking control of every aspect of your destiny on a mission to become the best racer in the world. Lost in an unknown world, a deer and her fawn must embark on a wild journey to find their way back home. With nothing but the power of light to see in darkness, the way to the woods will not be an easy one to walk on. Valheim puts you in the shoes of a Viking surviving in a fantasy land. This is a sandbox game where you build your home, your gear, and even your boat as you survive to fight off demons with you by yourself or with a group of friends. The latest MLB The Show 23 opens up a new story mode that will have you following the legends of Jackie Robinson and Satchel Paige. Meanwhile, the game's latest edition brings new changes to fielding, batting, and a lot more. This latest entry hits Game Pass in March. In Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom, you play as a king on an epic journey to find a new kingdom with friends as you bring the whole world back together and save humanity from an unspeakable evil that has infested the land. This open world RPG is a brilliant title with gorgeous visuals and awesome gameplay. Ark 2 is set to bring the next generation of survival games in a land full of primal, dangerous dinos where humans are not at the top of the food chain. You'll be building, surviving, and conquering in this epic sequel set to arrive this year. In Ghostwire Tokyo, explore a supernatural world in Tokyo that has been overrun by powerful forces and dangerous foes. Meanwhile, you solve the mystery of the darkness with your own powerful arsenal of abilities. Now, space shooters don't get any better than Everspace 2. Ditching the roguelike elements altogether, Everspace lets you experience an epic single-player adventure through a vast open space, explore alien species, gather resources, and uncover the secrets of this unknown universe. In Minecraft Legends, you must heed the call and assemble your squad to defend the overworld from the fierce forces of the piglins. Minecraft has become a massive battleground where only the strongest can survive, so team up with your friends or challenge them to tactical battles as you fight to conquer the world. In the last case of Benedict Fox, unleash your inner detective as you take the role of Benedict Fox and delve deep into the universe of dark rituals and serial killings. Explore the memories of the dead to uncover the clues and secrets leading up to their death as you try to solve the last case of Benedict Fox. In Redfall, a danger has awakened from their deep slumber and vampires have taken control of your remote island, cutting it off from the outside world. Now it's going to be up to you and your gang of supernatural misfits to give this bloodthirsty bunch a good old-fashioned beating this year when the game does drop on Game Pass on May 2nd. So Fuga Melodies of Steel is coming back with a sequel, and in case you missed the first one, this game lets you command a steam train called the Fuga and blast invading armies with its powerful cannon. Oh, and did I mention that you get to do it all with a group of musically talented kids? This is going to be a special game when it arrives in Game Pass. So I know I've gotten my fair share of jump scares from the Amnesia series, and it's going to continue, but this time we're going to have another round with Amnesia The Bunker. This is coming out for Game Pass this year. Set in a dark bunker, the game sees you escaping the horrors of World War I, and this is sure to bring a lot of that magic of nothing but scary goodness. Featuring an epic looking Chinese art style and gorgeous characters, action RPGs don't get any better than Sword and fairy. From intense combat to rich storylines, this game has got everything that RPG lovers could ask for and even more. Rejoice, anime fighting game lovers out there, as Guilty Gear Strive is making its move onto Game Pass this year. The ultimate 2D 3D hybrid art combined with the over-the-top combat and high-octane soundtrack will definitely keep your heart pumping and feet dancing to every single hit. If you are done farming on Earth and you're looking for a change, how does farming on an alien planet sound like? Well, Lightyear Frontier is going to let you do just that. With nothing but your loyal mech suit, you start from scratch as you try to build a new home on a lush green planet. Play alone or tag along with your buddies as you'll take on the challenge of a lifetime. So I feel it's safe to say that Bethesda is ready to push the limits of the RPG genre with its most ambitious title to date. Set in the year 2330, Starfield will have you venture beyond our solar system to explore over 1,000 different planets to seek rare artifacts, scavenge whatever resources to build a new home, and guys, RPGs just don't get any more exciting than this. So Planet of Lana has you stepping into the shoes of a little girl and embark on a wild journey to save her planet with the help of her loyal companion. Explore a universe full of evil machines as you solve intricate puzzles to uncover the dark secrets of a stunningly gorgeous looking world. And just when I thought the Forza Motorsport series couldn't get any better, developer Turn 10 Studios decided to reboot the entire franchise from the ground up on a completely new engine to create the best racing simulation ever. And guys, that's something I'm excited for and something that we can definitely wait a couple more months for. From ancient history to modern miracles, Ara History Untold gives you a chance to reshape the world in any way you like. You'll explore new lands, develop new cultures, and go to war with your rivals to become the ruler of a vast kingdom. In Spirittea, as the only person who can see spirits around town, you're tasked with solving their problems and making friends throughout your experience. A lighthearted fantasy meant for those really looking for a casual time. In Bounty Star, put it simply, you play as an ex-powerful war veteran in a mech suit as you base build, farm, and you even battle it out as you customize everything in this game. Become a bounty hunter and rid the regions of violent criminals plagued throughout the world. The newest Dungeons 4 will have you building up your dungeons full of evil creatures that you'll send out into the world to remind the good citizens that on a whim, evil is nearby and ready to destroy their lives. This RTS sequel promises everything to be bigger, faster, and even better than previous dungeon games. Magical Delicacy is a pixel platformer where you're tasked to collect and explore for magical ingredients to create new dynamic cooking recipes. You'll manage your own store, and you'll feed the town with an excellent and fun cooking system. Eiyuden Chronicles has given us some of the best games that take us all the way back to the golden age of RPGs in the 1990s. Coming out as a sequel to the popular Eiyuden Chronicle Rising, 100 Heroes, as the name already indicates, will let you play not one, not three, but 100 unique playable characters. Playing as an AI trapped in a human body, Replace sees you fighting the uber evil corporations and outlaws in a lawless Phoenix City. Replace perfectly captures the dark and evil side of the world with a deep dystopian story and gritty combat. If anything, you're definitely gonna love the cinematics on this one. Harness the power of shadows and lurk unnoticed through the dark alleys full of foes as you try to piece together your past in Ereban Shadow Legacy. Explore a morally gray universe as Ayana and embark on this wild adventure to save what's left of humanity. With no fixed release date just yet, Ereban Shadow Legacy is expected to drop this first half of 2023. Pulled into a dark fairy tale world, a little girl finds herself caught in a twisted prophecy. Now she must use her own found abilities to fight the forces of darkness and save this unknown kingdom from the evil caterpillar queen. But don't for a second let those cute graphics fool you. Ravenlok is as challenging as it's gonna get. Coming from the creator of highly acclaimed titles like Limbo and Inside, Cocoon is an upcoming action-adventure puzzle game like we've never seen before. Set in a universe where worlds exist within each other, Cocoon has you solving intricate puzzles to uncover the hidden secrets of a massive cosmos. The battle to end all battles has started. With humanity on the brink of extinction, it's gonna be up to you who must step up with your army to fight vengeance-driven gods and their forces in the undead in Flintlok Siege of Dawn. Now, if you think Pokemon's just a little too basic for your taste, well, lucky for you, the guys at Bitten Studio are coming out with their very own twisted yet banger of a monster-taming title that promises to rekindle your lost love for the genre. Don't just catch these creatures, but become one as you fight some very vicious beasts. Metroidvanias and action go hand in hand with each other, and Bushiden knows it all too well to give you just that and much more. more. With your sister held captive by the diabolical Goa, you must do whatever it takes to bring down its reign of terror. Lies of P is what you get when you take your childhood story and you throw it together in an intense soul-like action RPG and hope to become a human. You must fight your way out of this dark hellhole filled with unspeakable horrors. In The Big Con, you play as a runaway teen hustling through 90s America, doing a series of pickpocketing, grifts, sneaking around, and essentially up to no good. A lighthearted game meant to be silly and funny with a 90s retro throwback, The Big Con looks like a promising indie title hitting Game Pass. In Homestead Arcana, you play as a witch who builds her own farm, sowing and farming to help you reach your most powerful spells in order to heal a corrupted land. Exploration and battling will be key elements in this new twist on farm sims. Maquette is a puzzle game with a bit of a twist where every object, building, and platform can be both tiny and huge. You'll manipulate the environment to your advantage to solve all the puzzles this game has to offer. Routine is a sci-fi horror-based game on a future vision of the 80s where you are placed in an abandoned lunar base, exploring and surviving as the threats merge around you. Now, if you thought about fighting your friends as a puppy, a kitten, or even just multiple different types of furry creatures, Party Animals might be up your alley, as the realistic physics engine lets you enjoy some wild and wacky games. A deep story-based RPG, She Dreams Elsewhere has you playing as Thalia, an anxiety-ridden comatose woman fighting her nightmares as she tries to find out what on earth is going on. Stalker 2 is an upcoming open-world survival game set in the Chernobyl exclusion zone that will have you discovering hidden fortunes in a massive, dangerous wasteland. Play as a lone stalker, uncovering the secrets and mysteries as you survive against some very gruesome monsters and greedy agents. In Solar Ash, you play as Ray, a void runner determined to stop at nothing from saving her planet from the evil engulfing it. From the creators of the award-winning Hyper Light Drifter, this high-speed gravity bending game will take you on a ride not seen on many other platformers. In Thirsty Suitors, you'll confront your exes in battles and competitions like skateboarding, cooking, and even turn-based combat, with a game that's going to keep you on your toes as you manage and even repair past and future relationships. Looking for a quick break from the horrors of the dark world, Flock takes you on a much-needed adventure of relaxation and tranquility as you soar through the skies to collect adorable flying creatures. The game Hollow Knight has long been the poster boy for Metroidvanias, and fans can't help but expect the same from its sequel Silksong. Expected to come out in 2023, the game has massive shoes to fill, but will it be able to uphold those high standards, or will it be another addition to the long list of flop sequels? Time will tell, but this Metroidvania does look promising. The game Humankind is going to be the ultimate strategy title where players are free to guide a civilization from the ancient era to the modern age, making strategic decisions about technology, culture, warfare, and diplomacy. It's your turn to rewrite history as you know it. So we have all saved the world with deadly weapons and dark magic, but times have changed, and the only thing that could survive this universe now is guitars. Infinite Guitars is a genre melting rhythm RPG where electrifying guitar solos are going to be humanity's last hope. Mad Streets, the game, is the literal portrayal of all hell breaking loose. This multiplayer party game's all about bashing heads, kicking butts, and doing whatever you feel like. It's one great way to blow off some steam without putting a hole in your screen. If Escape from Tarkov is just a little too mainstream for your taste, the game Marauders might just be the game you're looking for. This sci-fi looter shooter is all but set to make its way onto Game Pass, wrapping up some overwhelmingly positive user reviews all across the board, and is one game that I'm surely looking out for. So simulators come in all shapes and sizes, from chaotic goats to reckless surgeons, and we've all seen it. Or have we? Evidently not, as Pigeon Simulator is just around the corner to give you guys the ultimate satisfaction of landing the perfect poop. Based on the iconic 1974 horror film The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, gives you the chance to relive the horror of surviving a maniac killer on the loose or experience the thrill of murdering your victims. A new multiplayer horror game, this one is sure to give the Dead by Daylight game a run for its money. Coming from developer Ninja Theory, Senua Saga's Hellblade 2, it's making its way onto Game Pass this year as a day one release, and from the looks of the early trailers, Hellblade 2 is really going to push the limits of realism in video games. Nobody's more hyped for this one than me, and I feel like this could be a potential game of the year in 2023. Now, if you're a fan of real-time strategy games and you've enjoyed the Age of Empires series in the past or games like it, Age of Mythology Retold will be the definitive edition and a welcome game on this list, especially for those like me who are big fans of RTS games like this. After the success of the game Sea of Thieves, developer Rare can finally shift their focus to the game Everwild, yet another epic looking co-op adventure set in a stunningly gorgeous world. And while we don't know much about the game itself just yet, it's safe to say Everwild is going to be an epic day one title. Set in a familiar universe of Pillars of Eternity, Avowed's an upcoming fantasy RPG from none other than Obsidian itself, but unlike Pillars of Eternity, Avowed's going to put you in the heart of the action with a first-person's perspective and some amazing looking epic gameplay. So Perfect Dark took the whole gaming community by storm all the way back in 2000, and that's probably before some of you were even born, but having received a sequel in 2005, the series just went, well, perfect dark, no pun intended, but it's back on track once again, and with Microsoft promising to provide players a AAA experience, we're expecting to see some amazing gameplay from one of the most classic franchises. In Turnip Boy Robs a Bank, you'll team up with the Pickled Gang to execute the craziest heist of all time as you shake down hostages, battle the Fuzz, and steal huge treasures, all in the name of the perfect heist. The ultimate crossover battle is about to get even better with BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle Special Edition. Your fan favorite heroes from Persona, Under Night and Birth, and RWBY are coming back for another epic showdown in this updated version. What to expect? Guess we're gonna have to wait for the game to drop. In an action-packed, gore-filled first-person game, Warhammer Darktide pits you and your team against hordes of bloodthirsty monsters with action-packed gameplay, gorgeous visuals, and just a lot of mindless fun. So The Outer Worlds 2 is set to be an exclusive Xbox title from Obsidian that's gonna have us exploring a new SAR system and tag along with a whole different crew that is sure to be a wild and amazing action-adventure RPG. Now, State of Decay 3 might be one of the most anticipated zombie titles of all time, and while not much is well known, this will be a AAA quality title run by Unreal Engine 5, and we'll be expecting new zombie types like wolves and deers and a whole new weather system. Now, the newest Fable is set to be a reboot of the famous original trilogy, and while information is still coming out, it's been reported a customized version of the Forza game engine will be used to power this game. A true open world RPG where decisions will matter, Fable will be one of the highlights and exclusive Xbox Game Pass games joining Game Pass. With that, guys, if you want the best games to play on Game Pass, make sure you click the video on the screen.